Apricot is a small and medium-sized enterprise based in Loughborough. We've been operating for the last 10 years. We're a social enterprise, and over those years I think we've assisted over 3,000 employers, small and medium-sized enterprises themselves, to assist with their training and development. I think we're good at this job because we are a small and medium-sized enterprise. We understand the world that they operate in. We often say we meet them in their world. The reality is that's a confusing world. Most of them don't know what training is available. They don't know what grants or assistance might be applicable to them. They're rather scared of engaging in the bureaucracy that might involve. We act as an intermediary. We understand their needs, we get to know them well, we understand their sectors and the day-to-day challenges that they face. But we also understand the training providers, the colleges and private providers across the region, and we're able to make that match between requirements and what's available. Sometimes it's possible to buy that training off the shelf, little modification required, because although all small and medium-sized enterprises like to think of themselves as unique, very often their needs are quite generic. More often it's a matter of tailoring or customising it, at least explaining it to them in language that they understand, and then it's quite easy very often to meet their needs. If some special requirement is there, then of course we can talk to our training provider network and look to develop something that's more bespoke and more specific. Very often that's not necessary, but where it is, then we go the extra mile to do that. The basis of how we work with companies is really to understand their business needs. That can be quite tricky. Most people envisage that we're there to sell them training, so they want to ask us what's available. We're not interested in that. Really, we want to know what is the core of their business, how do they generate profit, what are the skills that they use to do that. And through time we've developed quite a sophisticated organisational needs analysis, bit of a mouthful. ONAs is what it's called in the business. And it just allows us to tease out from the owners, the managers, the senior people in the business, just what essentially makes them tick. Because we're well aware of the training opportunities, what's available within the locality, then we can start to look to see how we can match those needs with provision that's appropriate for them. Sometimes it is possible just to buy that off the shelf. Sometimes the needs of small and medium-sized enterprises are very generic, but often it just needs contextualising, tailoring, customising, and so we talk to them, we understand when's a good time to work with them, what their shift patterns are, all those sorts of things, and then we introduce them to the provision that generally is provided within their premises. Apricot takes our business seriously, and therefore we undertake industry standard qualifications as relevant to our own business. In the advice and guidance business, it's the matrix standard that's important. It makes sure that our people are trained and qualified in giving and receiving feedback, that our structures and processes are robust. Amongst other things, it asks our customers what do they think of the service we provide, and we receive that feedback and alter our approach to suit. Within this project in Lincolnshire, we've had very favourable feedback from employers. There's hardly a single employer that hasn't said that our services are excellent, that we understand their needs and their requirements, and that the training that we've been able to source for them has met those needs. So we're very happy with this project and the work that we've been able to do for employers in Lincolnshire.